So Joe is on the Mihawk.
Yeah, and Calvin is. He's 3-0 with. Oh, sorry, 2-0 with.
Wait, hang on. We can go back to this. Hang on. What's this? Is it the Noro beam?
Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at this. Oh, it's Joe.
Joe's on the Foxy.
Nonetheless, there's a Foxy.
Foxy undefeated. A couple of annoying
What
cards.
is that? What is that?
Why is that on the stream? A couple of I'm only familiar with like the event cards with Foxy, but that slow beam is going to be an absolute menace.
Well, let's talk about Foxy a little bit. We were discussing when we first started the stream, actually, the new EB04 cards. One of those decks that got support was Foxy. Did get a secret rare, which is an 8 cost, being able to rest a 9 cost, and then being able to cycle through your hand a little bit more. Did get a Searcher as well, Paul. So actually getting a few pieces that Foxy was definitely missing. And, you know, Joe said, check this out. I'm going to take Foxy to 2-0 at the Oceania Nats, and here we are.
Yeah, and also Foxy has also got a bit of anti-board removal as well, with Pickles, I believe.
Yes, Pickles, you know, can be used into the Emu. I wonder if Joe's running it. Unfortunately, not a 2K, is a 1K, so maybe it's not as needed, but, you know, we'll see what kind of package that this Fox is running. They're playing the Porsches, I assume so. Yep. There's another Porsche as well, which is the Searcher. And, Paul.
Let's see the hand. Let's see.
Oh, of course. Where would you like to start?
Let's go with the Mihawk first. Let's see. Ooh, you have Tsushigi, Beppo. Does he have the Searcher there? He's got the 5-cost Bonnie blocker, and also the Shanks.
X-Drake Shanks. Yeah, this is definitely looking like a super overbuild for Kelvin. Might be playing the 1-cost Bonnie Searcher. Yeah. We'll have to see. But, you know, Mihawk is one of those decks that we could discuss all day about what's the right cards to put in it, what are the wrong cards to put in it. Everyone has their own kind of like thing about it, and it's awesome. So it looks like Kelvin's doing that super overbuild. And he's also reading what is Foxy. Speaking of Foxy, let's go to the right hand of Joe.
He's starting to mulligan.
Oh, maybe we might be able to
because I did see two of the 2K counters, the Giant Girl.
Oh, yes, I know exactly. Giant Foxy Girl, that's right.
Giant Foxy Girl.
We unfortunately did not watch the Long Ring Island
arc
before.
But I don't know the
you
names.
did? Oh, you watched it before you came? You did
by far one of the best arcs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be replacing Paul after this stream. It
is by far one of the best. Underrated. I love it.
If you want to see someone else other than Paul, please let us know that has a good
good taste in the anime. Did they dice roll yet?
I think they might have. So they would have had to because they're checking out their hands. We did see the dice roll, and you know we were just too busy yapping. You know, unfortunately, that's our job here today is to yap. But yeah, we do see both players, and it looks like Kelvin did actually keep that hand as well. So fist bump to start it out. Let's go. Where are we starting with? Starting with Mihawk, and it's just a pass.
No Perona Searcher there, unfortunately. Goes for the 2-don turn play. Let's see if he manages to get himself a Searcher. Plays goes for the 1 and goes for the
new Porsche Searcher. Nice and easy. You like to look at your top 5 and find a Foxy Pirate. Love it.
I do see that he's got the... Is that the restand event?
Yes. The it's something Megaton or something along those lines. Essentially what it does, 3-don, restand event. Zoro thought it was cool. Foxy did it first. Zoro's just, picking up on the GOAT that is Foxy. Let's see what he picks here. Is he looking for one of those events? What is he? No, he probably...
See what he gets. Unless we actually can look, see what he has.
Oh, you're so right, Paul. Maybe he's looking for that
There's
Porsche.
the new 8-cost Foxy that you're talking about from EBO4.
What does he have? He has
got the 7 cost. And then 8 cost already. And also the Giant Girl, the 2K counter. And also another Searcher there.
Has the Bond Clay in hand as well, being able to ramp up, start getting the pieces going. The issue probably here is that Joe's looking for a card to play out with the Porsche, because Porsche can play out a 4K power or less. So it's going to be very, might be tough there.
Can Porsche play out Porsche?
Porsche cannot play out Porsche, due to the fact we need a 4K power to be able to get that out.
But plays another Searcher Porsche there, looks top 5. Do see that he gets himself the... announcer, what's his name?
Itamizu?
Yeah.
Itomizu. So
it's basically a ramp.
Yeah. You get to play it on 3 and just gets a don per turn. Activate main.
Yeah, if Onigashima is a character.
Yes, correct. Much better Onigashima.
Because it's a counter. Yeah, as well, yeah.
I mean, no one's playing Kaido today anyway.
You say that. Careful what you wish for.
We've been hearing some rumors murmuring that.
Going for a 7K into lead. We'll be taking a no trigger. It is going to be, I believe that was another event in hand. Goes for the 4-don turn play. We'll be able to play the Porsche. However, we'll see how...
And can play the Itomizu out with as well. But can also search as well, Paul. So there's a few options for Foxy here. This I guess we should talk about Mihawk as well. You can definitely
Yes,
tell we're
yeah.
very excited to see Foxy,
Yeah.
but we're actually just playing the Bond Clay as well. Very interesting. But Mihawk is much more about that power, hitting that 5-Don turn, being able to power up, get these 5-cost cards.
As for a 6k swing, no trigger is going to be one of the Supernova events. Great to have on the turn, 10 Don turn play when you decide to play with the Beppo, restanding, resting 1 card, restanding 3 Don, and just freezing three characters in total.
Lauren Beppo hitting as big as possible, and the other card hitting 7 costs or less, as long as they're rested.
Yep. 5 Don turn play will most likely, let's see if he does have the Tashigi, because he did mulligan at the start. Just contemplating what he's going to do here.
I think he kept the hand that we saw at the start, Paul, so probably does have the Tashigi in hand, but the issue is here, he's actually probably struggling to deal, like, the whole resting scenario, but he's just going to start with a 5 to lead.
Decides to take it, no trigger. Foxy quite healthy with the amount of cards in hand. There is going to be the Tashigi, doesn't rest, doesn't use the leader ability, just passes straight away to Foxy.
Probably valuing keeping that Tashigi unrested, just being able to deal with like a Bond Clay swing, being able to look at that 8 and swing higher. So we'll have to see what Joe does here.
On the 9 Don, he's on the 7 Don turn play. Possibly can play the 7 cost Foxy.
Well,
he have a 7 cost Foxy in hand.
Yeah, indeed. He did ramp up as well, going second. So it is normally the 6 Don play as actually Joe's 7. So might be playing that Foxy. Foxy was. We talk about Shanks. Foxy did it first as well, minus 1,000 to the entire board, and then Activate Man being able to get 1 Don rested as well. Because when we talk about Don, Foxy wants a lot of Don because its leader ability reads as so. Don -3, if you have 3 or more Foxy Pirates on your field, you may keep 1 character rested and 1 leader rested, all in the 1 turn.
Goes for a 5k swing, trying to fish out any cards in hand, just doing the math in his head, decides to take the life. No trigger there. Don't know what he actually got. He gives himself the 7 cost Foxy. We have to read that ourselves. But a reminder for our viewers who are new to the card game, what does 7 cost Foxy do?
On your opponent's turn, all characters minus 1,000, Paul, and Activate Man get a Don rested.
Love it. So he will be able to ramp up this. So he'll be on 10 Don turn play next.
Yeah, he will be. So we might be, what shenanigans are going to be on the 10 Don play for Joe? Does he have other cards such as, I don't know, what could we expect?
The 8 cost Foxy.
8 cost Foxy, definitely, which we saw in hand as well.
Using the Bond Clay to swing 6 into lead, we'll have to pitch out a 2k counter. Let's see, he does use the X-Ray to go up to 7 and then passes the turn over on the 7 Don turn play. Ideally, let's see if he manages to get himself the 7 cost Shanks.
Yeah, 7 cost Shanks. I do believe there is one in hand. I do think he started with that as well, so definitely seems like the, smarter play, but it is a bit awkward as well. The 7 cost Shank does need to be rested to be able to get that effect, and Foxy's leader ability will be online next turn as well, so we're going to struggle. Let's see what we got. Lots of cards in Joe's hand as well. Mihawk, just thinking, Kelvin, what do you have?
Well, let's see what he can do here. He will be able to use the Shigi on effect once he plays, so he'll be able to play the Shanks, rest the Shanks, restand 3 Don, use the Shigi if he wishes, with 1 Don left open, possibly leaving it for the Supernova event. What is that? The Luffy Supernova event. Yes.
It is a big preamble. It's like, hey everyone, it's me, Luffy. I'm on this event card, and what I do is
5 into the Bond Clay, getting rid of one of the crucial cards on the Foxy's side, because you definitely want to get rid of that Bond Clay, copying like 9,000 or even an 8,000k swing.
Right. We see the Shanks coming down as well, Paul. We can see the meta OP. It's been 7 sets since Foxy first came out, so this is Shanks is just a better Foxy.
Yeah.
Being able to rest it. All characters on Foxy's side will be minus 1,000 as well now.
Yep, rest the Shanks and then restands 3 Don, rest 2 Don to activate the Shigi with the swing 8 into lead, but then uses, let's see whether he's going to counter out of it. He's got a couple of cards in hand, character cards, and actually there's a couple of 2k counters and 1k counters, so just really seeing, I'll be surprised if he does take life here.
Looks like Joe's going to give 2 2Ks, a Gina, and is it a second Gina, or is it going to be 2 1Ks?
Yeah, it's 2 and a 1.
Don't forget, Paul, it was only a 7k swing into life due to the Foxy.
That's right, my apologies.
Me and Paul both sitting here scratching our heads thinking what's going on here, but no, it's perfect. It's great math. We just forget that both sides are now minus 1,000 to each board. But Foxy has 3 Foxy Pirates on the board. Foxy's leader ability is online. Let's see how he uses this Don.
Let's see what he has in hand, actually. We can actually do
Oh.
that, see what he can play. I do see that he did top deck a chopper.
But he's just going to play the A-cost Foxy right away, Paul. Not putting any preference into needing to rest, just valuing putting these cards on. He's going to pitch a Porsche.
2 Don remaining open. It is really baiting Kelvin out that it's going to be a slow beam, a possible slow beam.
But Foxy leader ability, 5 into lead. One of the opponent's leaders and character cannot swing next turn, so they'll be rested. They're very tired. Let's see what else he does with his Don.
Also, we'll be able to ramp up thanks to the 8-cost. Foxy now pitches out a Tashigi as a counter. So two of the cards are frozen?
Only one of the
Only
cards
one
are
of them, yeah.
frozen. Foxy cannot freeze it, so we'll be going a 6k into lead. Looks like Kelvin's taking that as well. Does he need more cards? Does he want more cards?
And
Let's
play
see. And
some
we've got the
block
chopper. Get a Don back. Double. Look at all this Don back.
Jeez.
Foxy's back up to 9. No worries, no stress at all. Life is good for Joe. Let's see what Kelvin does. So, yeah, no. Unfortunately, not being able to unrest. And we actually talk about Mihawk wanting cards to rest to be able to use its effect. These cards are rested, can't get the effect.
And there's also one thing that Mihawk needs to have on board. Like, ideally, you want to see it in the early stages. They need Coffin Boat.
Missing the Coffer Bone, unfortunately. It can definitely still play around it being able to rest their own Don and so on and so forth. But characters on field not being able to rest and leader not being able to rest does make stuff a little
You
easier.
see the Coffin Boat in hand. Not looking good for Kelvin right now. Just that amount of stall that Foxy possesses.
The pressure is going to be coming down next turn with an 8k and 6k swing from both Foxys on the field. But, keeping these bodies on board as well just makes Foxy's leader ability always being a ever-present thing. Have to see what Kelvin does here.
What possible moves can he do here with 9 Don turn play? The bigger bodies I can only think of is like probably a Mihawk.
Yeah.
Another, dare I say, another Shanks.
I don't think we see a Mihawk in the hand, though.
There is
I
going to
think
be a
those are
Bonnie.
2 double Bonnies. Yeah, it could play out a double Bonnie if wanted to, but might not be the right play there.
Won't be able to play double Bonnie because he's on 9 Don.
But Bonnie allows you to unrest a Don as well.
That is also true.
But you need the Don rested, which the issue would be you have to swing with Tashigi first to then get up to that 8 Don. That 8 cards rested threshold.
My apologies. Yeah.
No, that's so. Is that the player? Does Kelvin value putting something else out? Maybe another 7-cost Shanks, or maybe a 5-cost. Maybe a Perona's in there. I'm not 100% sure, Paul. Not enjoying it. It's going to be a 5 into lead.
Yeah. We'll have to pitch out a 1k counter. Does have that available in hand. The amount that the board presence that Foxy just presents, and just the stall really is what. It's not what it's what Mihawk doesn't want to see.
That's right. And does Joe doesn't have those big bodies right now? Does he take this hit to be able to? Just going to give a 1k the searcher. He's feeling happy about where he's at. Wants to keep life high and nice and simple. The dice are coming out. The dice are coming out.
Just helps out. So we have a 5k and 8k on board.
Both Joe and Kelvin, oh my god, everything's minus 1,000 for all the characters. It's the math becomes a little bit harder. So did pitch a 1k. Let's see what Kelvin does here with the rest of his Don. Tapping 5, the Bonnie, there it is, Paul. Like we discussed, draw 2, trash 1, get 1 Don unrested, can play 2 if needing to be, and then can use one of those cards to actually rest. Still has leader ability online.
Now, I'm just trying to think, is there any offensive resting abilities with Foxy? We know there's defensive with slow beam and whatnot, but is there any offensive?
Not really. You have the 8-cost Foxy like we were discussing before, being able to rest a 9-cost list, but the offensive resting is probably not very high on the Foxy's meta list of cards to play.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be the 8-cost Foxy, and that's about it. But as we can see, the double Bonnie being able to get both out, get a Don back, can now rest this Don if need be for leader ability to get 3 Don up. Yeah, nice and simple. And that's the power of the Supernova build, or the Bonnie build, should we say, being able to get multiple cards out. And, Kelvin feels in a pretty good spot. 2 blockers up, 2 Don up. Might be nice.
Which card did he rest to restand the Mihawk?
Just his Don.
Yeah. And plays the Coffin Boat. Oh, a bit too late, but,
Better than never.
It's another extra card to rest rather than resting his Don or one of his characters. Does he see a dead man's game? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Coffer Boat's for free as well. Now that it's restanding a Don each turn, it's just essentially play Coffer Boat, draw. Looks like they're discussing a few things. That's fine, no worries, because he could have also played the Coffer Boat to then rest the Coffer Boat, but he rested the Don. Doesn't matter. All good. We're in a good spot here. Back to Joe. What does Joe do here, Paul?
Can we check out, have a look at his hand? Let's see. Maybe he might go for fishing for a bit, just to mill out as many cards as possible.
Have you seen Mihawk's hand, though, Paul? It's a whole library, man.
Yeah.
You know, is this where we see the power of Foxy kind of struggle as well due to the fact that they don't play as many big bodies as probably wanting to? Because Foxy is the name of the game. But, you know, what other purple big bodies could they be playing? Like 9-cost Rush Luffy used to be a card they used to play. You know, but we don't see any in Joe's hand. So, you know, what goes next?
Only one Don available, being able to play just the Dead Man's Game or even the 1-cost Luffy event as well, just bunk it up to 3k. 2 blockers on the field. Don't know how many counters he's got in hand. In regards to 2k and 1k, he has to worry about a 6 and an 8k swing. Decides to swing with a Porsche. Oh, he has to be careful. Remember, it is 1,000, not 2,000 right now. Well,
he was putting enough Don to make it a 5k swing, but maybe he wants to put more on. Maybe he wants to go high. We'll have to see. 5 Don. Yeah, maybe he goes 6. We'll have, you know. I wonder if there was a mistake pitching that Porsche last
and
turn.
it's going to be the... Is that... Who's that? That's not Pickles, that's Groggy. Is it Groggy?
That's Groggy Monsters. Groggy Monsters!
What does Groggy do? I'm very unfamiliar with that card.
Groggy Monsters, just a 5k for 6. Let me just find that ability very quickly.
I think it's on play KO 5 cost or less.
Oh.
Because I'm assuming that's what it is, because he just KO'd the 5-cost Bonnie.
Said goodbye, 5-cost Bonnie. Must be.
With 5 Don remaining,
Don -1 if you have 3 or more Foxy-type characters. Counter when your opponent's character is 6,000 power or less.
6,000 power or less.
The Groggy Monsters. Giant Fishman and Foxy Pirates.
Oh, jeez.
And if you playing at home knew what Groggy Monsters did, congrats to you. Stop playing Foxy to wear the big 2-6 row.
He's going for an 8k swing, attaching 3 Don onto the leader. Let's see if he decides to block or decides to going for lead, or is he going for characters? I'm assuming it will be...
I assume it's going to be into lead.
Yeah.
You're not swinging into the Shanks. The Shanks is not a threat right now. When we see the Trifold Million Coliseum being able to go up to +4 there.
Still has the Bonnie available with 2 potential swings from the 2 Foxy's 7 and 8 costs. With 2 Don remaining, decides to attach it onto the 7-cost Foxy, swinging 8 into lead.
Throwing that Noro beam out straight into the Mihawk. You know, no Don up for the Mihawk, so we'll need to be using very fresh counter. But
take the life, okay.
Mihawk is definitely one of those decks that doesn't mind taking life, and is going to take another 8 to lead. 8 seems to be the number as well, though, Paul. I like it. Always going to be getting 2 cards out of hand, or, you know, just Kelvin, is he looking for stuff? Maybe he wants to take life here. I think we can more than expect a Law and Beppo to come out from Kelvin as well.
Now, let's see. Still contemplating whether to use the counters in his hand. Won't be able to use any event counters, obviously, because no Don of active. Or maybe use that body blocker. We just quickly see what Kelvin has in his hand, please.
See what he's cooking with? No, we cannot, Paul.
Okay.
No. You got to tell the players, you go, excuse me. So, oh, back, hang on. No,
wait, let's see what he has here. He's got the Bonnie Searcher, I believe.
That
the
was the
Bonnie
cost.
Searcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did see the Supernova. It actually does have a few events in here. Maybe that's what's making it awkward. And it actually just blocks, Paul.
Yep. He uses the abilities just to ramp up.
Yep. You want to keep your Don level high. Always going back up to 10 if possible. You know, or 8 because you get 2 Don at the start of your turn. Once again, everything's -1,000. Keep those dice around.
And rest the Shanks as well as the Mihawk.
Don't rest it. They just don't become unrested. Yeah. They got slow beamed, and it is brutal right now for Kelvin. He's feeling it. More often than not, when you hit your 10 Don turn, you will be playing a 10-cost Law and Beppo, getting your leader up to 7. There is enough cards rested as well for the effect to go off, but Joe is feeling pretty good right now. It has a blocker up as well.
Well, yeah, like you said, play the 10-drop Beppo Law and then potentially chaining it into the Supernova. managing to rest not just what you call it, one from the Lord Beppo, but a further two. Well, actually, no, it has to be a 7 cost or less, so only the 7 cost Foxy will be rested.
That's right, but
Unrested,
they could use the Law and Beppo effect on the 8 cost Foxy and then still keep the other Foxy rested. Maybe that's a play. It is a little bit awkward though, because obviously you want to keep one of your opponent's cards rested. But let's see what they go here. Law and Beppo, what do we rest, or what do we keep frozen?
Is freezing the 8 cost Foxy, as you said before.
8 cost Foxy will not become unrested next turn. Will be a little sleepy boy.
Still can use the active main ability, which is completely fine.
It's not Black Beauty playing against, just a Law and Beppo. Gets the 3 Don up by resting the Coffin Boat. Now, the question is, does he leave the Don up for the millions of counter events he has in hand, or does he use it differently?
He's got a Dead Man's Game, Luffy Supernova event.
Yep.
That's all I can think. That's all I can, from the top of my head, remember.
That's all I can remember as well, because they're at the front as well. But we'll have to see if he has more events in hand, but does get one back from Coffin Boat, so might be able to
Question,
use
he is going to be resting the 2 Don to potentially use the Tashigi ability, bucking up to 8,000. Well, actually, no.
Bumping up to 7,000, that's right. So we'll have 2 Don to work with, one back from the Coffin Boat. Does look like I have a few counters. We see some Scratch Banappoos in there, some X-Drakes from starter deck Bonnie.
Yeah, goes for a 7k swing into lead.
Does Joe take this, or does he counter out? I feel like
Or he could just block.
Or he could just block as well.
Yeah.
I feel like you take this one, try and find another big body, maybe another 7 cost Foxy, but no, Inazuma is the card that he finds. Go back to Joe's turn. Is on 2 life, Joe. Let's see what he does here. Unfortunately, 8 cost Foxy, very tired.
And there's going to be a Sanji for an extra potential rush if he wishes to go for it. But we have to remember that Mihawk is on 7,000 right now.
That's right.
So we'll need to do some Don investment if he decides to swing with the 7 cost Foxy.
Oh, and the Groggy Monsters as well. We'll need to, sure, he can use that 3 Don very efficiently with his leader ability, because you can get these 3 Don off the characters, but we'll see what happens there.
With only 2 Don available, a couple of 2k count. Oh, how many 2k counters did you see?
I saw a few in Kelvin. I think there's at least 3 in there. We saw a Scratch Banapoo, we saw an X-Drake. We'll have to see what else is actually just sitting there as well.
8 Don turn play, contemplating what does he have? He's got the Sanji. Does he have another big body?
No, it doesn't look like it, Paul. Looks like he has a lot of Genius, a lot of 2Ks, a lot of Itamizus as well, which is just a 1K, unfortunately. So we'll have to see what Joe does here. I think this is where, Foxy gassed up so quick, so fast. But then what does he do now? And I think that's definitely wow. 2 Inazumas, 1 Chopper, 2 Genius. Let's see where it goes.
Just for a 7 into lead first. Just pitch out a 1k counter in hand.
The Groggy Monsters are attacking indeed. Does get the 1k. There's Searcher Bonnie, which we've discussed, Paul. A bit of a different Mihawk build, being able to play that 1-cost Bonnie Searcher and find a bunch of Supernova stuff as well.
I'm just wondering where the slow beams are at, because I don't think he's putting in his 2 Don aside just for the counter. Yeah, I don't see any events, unfortunately. He has a couple of character counters in hand, which is completely fine. Swings a 7 into lead. Try to pitch out another 1k counter from hand. There's going to be a Kid Kill as well as a Bonnie Searcher. Does exactly that. Goes up to 8.
Plenty of 1k counters in hand. Kelvin's just feeling very healthy right now. Joe is doing what he needs to do. He's whittling down the hand. He's working his best through there. But at the same time, does he have enough time to keep going through?
I think he might be playing another potential chopper blocker. But I'm just trying to think what... Let's see what it hit.
Could play the chopper blocker, but at the same time, we do know Kelvin is sitting on a dead man's game as well. Could lose 2 Don, lose those 2 blockers as well.
So let's go for a 10k swing.
Wow, leaving 2 Don up. Maybe he's hoping to see a slow beam from life or something along those lines.
And then minus 3 Don is going to be able to...
It's going to be the Shanks and Mihawk again.
Yep.
It has to be the choices there. Unfortunately, the Lauren Beppo was not frozen. No way to rest it as well. And I don't think there was any way for Joe to do it manually either. We know 8 cost Foxy can't hit a 10 cost. Lauren Beppo feeling strong, staying strong. And we also do see Kelvin as well. Could have easily rested his Lauren Beppo to get that Don back. But, recognize that Coffin Boat is the safest play. And, playing to his strengths. Sometimes when you're playing casually, you might just do the Lauren Beppo, not think about it, and Foxy just keeps him rested. But no, well played by Kelvin there.
Has he declared the attack yet, or is he just contemplating whether to use any of the counters there?
I believe that the attack has been declared. I think Kelvin's just doing the math, working out what is best to do here. Does he take the life, or does he, does he give counters? Does he give some of these events to stay healthy? I'm gonna have to see, Paul.
I believe he's going to be. Joe might be potentially potentially ending his turn with another blocker. Kelvin's still contemplating whether to take the life or not in preparation for the amount of swings coming his way, because I don't see there is. Is there another 10 drop? There is another 10 drop. Lord Beppo? Yeah, there is.
So can feel very healthy sitting at 7, and we definitely do see the power of 7-cost Shanks and your leader sitting at 7. Just really tough to get through. Don Krieg, got to be one of those guys.
Doesn't decide to take a life.
Goes down to 0.
Now, he's there's a couple of things that's running through Joe's mind. Dead Man's Game, resting the 2 blockers that he has on the field. He does have a couple of Genies available for the 2K counters.
Here it is, Paul. Tony Chopper, the best Foxy pirate ever.
On play, managed to ramp 1 Don, and then using the 2 abilities, going back straight to 10. Passes it off to Kelvin with 2 swings.
Can't win on this turn. Only 2 swings, Paul. Even if he was to go through a Dead Man's Game, obviously he wouldn't with only 2 swings, but you just can't get through. Maybe it's Joe's defense holding up here. The longer this game goes on, the more resources Joe can get out of Kelvin's hand, being able to then, go for the game. But, gives him time to draw into like one of the Megaton, the Restand Foxy event. Luffy Straw Hat Pirate should be the king. The green Zoro event. Luffy should be the king. Yeah, don't worry about it. We play purple version of that. But, it gives Joe time, and that's probably going to be the thing that either fails Kelvin or fails Joe, is this time aspect here. Kelvin's obviously playing the bigger bodies, playing the Lauren Beppos, staying defensive. What can Joe do, though?
He's contemplating whether to play the Lauren Beppo to keep that 8 cost locked down. But there's still going to be 2, let's see, Dead Man's Games requires 4 Don. So won't be able to use the leader ability.
Could play the Lauren Beppo and then use the Luffy event to keep the Foxy and the Groggy monsters frozen as well. That means 3 less swings. That means all the swings actually on the board you're not really too scared of. I think that might be the play. Get 1 Don back for your event due to the Coffin Boat. Maybe that allows Kelvin to just stall another turn, and that means he has 2 11k swings on the next turn as well, which probably is a bit easier to use with the Dead Man's Game.
Let's see what he does here. He goes for an 11k swing first.
No, that was not 11k swing. That was actually just using resting one of the Lauren Beppos and one of the Don to get Shigi up to 8, which is actually 7, and then has gone 7 into lead.
Ah, thank you. 2 Dons still available. Uses the Gina, goes for a 2 and a 1.
Chopper blocking.
And then restands 1 Don at the end of the turn using the Coffin Bird. Now, this might be this might be Joe's last turn.
This could be. Joe only sitting on 2 life still. We did lose a blocker there, and again, we're just going to talk about the ever-present Dead Man's Game in Kelvin's hand. It's just one of those green cards that allows you to push through. You go cool defense, and unfortunately for Joe, just got another 7-cost Sanji, which isn't as strong when it's minus 1,000. That means you actually put a Don onto it as well to be able to push through into this Mihawk's life. Does Joe, hear me out, Paul, does Joe just go, probably going to lose on the next turn? Do I just go
all
7, and then put the rest on your leader and pray?
That's the only possible choice that I can think of right now, because let's see, if on 7, he's got Dead Man's Game, bucks it up to 10. Then he's got Luffy ability, bucks it up to 13.
Yep. I just don't think it's going to be enough if Joe does go for that. But maybe Joe's, obviously we could see the hand, so life is a lot easier. Does Joe give a read of being like, I'm in a tough spot here. Let's see what I can do. Looking at Kelvin's hand, trash should I say? Could you imagine? Could you please show me your hand, please?
Mind you, this is overtime.
We are in the extra times of. We do apologize.
Timer's a bit off.
That's all right.
That is time in. So this will be turn 0 for Joe right now. Has to do some. So he already swung with the Groggy Pirates, Groggy Monsters.
Yep.
Goes for another
7.
7 into lead.
Looks like Kelvin's just going to be pitching a Perona Searcher. What does the 7 Don do here?
Still has a Gina. The two Sanjis have a one plus 1,000
Yeah,
counter
correct,
as well.
correct. You know, does he leave multiple Don up to try and scare Kelvin off with a slow beam or something?
No,
Once again, 10 into lead. -3. Are we going to see another chopper, is it?
No, he decides to use it onto the Tashigi just to bait it, because either he loses one potential swing and he will be able to lock down the leader as well as one of the Shanks as well in this.
Lauren Beppo.
Lauren
for
Beppo,
sure.
sorry,
Yeah,
Lauren,
yeah.
because it is not limited to any cost. That's right.
Correct. But maybe locking down the Shanks so his chopper doesn't get rested as well, because, you know, Shanks can swing and that's a free rest on the chopper and the blocker is useless. So it looks like I did think it looked like the 7-cost Shanks was the choice there.
Yes. He decides to just counter out 2 and a
2
1.
twos.
2 twos, is it? Oh,
Yep.
he already put it down. Yeah, 2 twos.
Yep, going up to 11. You know, Shanks, sorry, not Shanks. Mihawk sitting at 7 as well due to Lauren Beppo. And let's see leaving 2 Don up. Let's see how Kevin does. He go for the dead man's game here, Paul? I think it's probably the right play.
Yeah. Let's see if he manages to get any potential triggers from the life as well. Because remember, if he does manage to get himself a slow beam from that top life, maybe he can possibly stall out 1% potential swing.
That's right, but maybe Kelvin plays the dead man games, get a chopper rested, get a Don rested as well, and that would keep Joe out from using those abilities. Let's see what the read that Kelvin does here.
So just replacing his Don. He's already got 4 Dons set aside for the dead man's game. The other Dons are just being invested into the potential into the character swings. Let's see what he does here. This might be it for Joe.
It might be Jova.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I am also being replaced after this stream.
Yes,
You're gone, I'm gone. We're going to get all new commentators after this. Me for terrible jokes, you for liking Long Ring Island. Let's see what Kelvin does here. Time is of the essence as well.
Yeah, Joe's playing the mental game right now, getting to Kelvin's head, thinking that there might be a potential slow beam from his hand. Now we're gonna see that just calculating the amount of swings, because let's see. Here we go. 4 Don, 3 Don aside. Remember, he can also use the coffin boat to restand 3 Don.
That's right.
So the dead man's game becomes
A one cost to rest 2 cards. Very nice. But again, time's of the essence for Kelvin here. We're looking at about, what, a minute of extra time?
Yes, he's got less than 1 minute to go, or else it's going to be, in regards to the tiebreakers, whoever has most life will win in this situation. If they both have the same amount of life, it will be the amount of cards in deck. And if they both have the same amount of cards in deck, it will be the amount of characters on the field. Kelvin needs to be aware that the time is running out for him. He does approximately have 30 seconds left. He will have to go to commit those swings.
What does he do here? He needs to go, Kelvin. You need to go.
You need to go now. You need to go now, brother.
Here we go. Dead man's game.
Dead man's game. Rest the chopper blocker as well as one of the Don.
Not all the Don.
Not all the Don, just one.
Not all the Don. Joe, take a Don back, man.
Rest the coffin boat to restand another 3. Here we go. This is where Don investment comes into play. With 7 seconds on the clock, he needs to go for the swing, or else it was going to be tiebreaker. And Joe will win with the 2 life in, and that is time in round. End of overtime.
Can players hear this, though?
I think we will need to...
We might need to get a judge over there. Paul, I will hold the fort. If you just want to go find someone, don't worry about it. We will make sure, but I do believe tiebreakers have been reached here. The issue with tiebreakers here is that we look at life first. Life is the first tiebreaker we look at. So the issue there is that we've got Joe sitting at 2 life, and we do see more. We see everything here. Paul's going to go over and talk. It looks like Kelvin's going to play it out. We'll have to see what happens there. Let's see what discussions happen. Uses those 2 Don to rest the Dashigi. -1 on the Lauren Beppo. -1. Paul is on. Yeah. We've got a judge. Stewart's on it. We're going to go talk to the players. We're going to work it out, but we do believe Joe has won due to the fact that tiebreakers have been called. There is a 35-minute timer in One Piece in the locals, not the locals.
Goes for a 2-2. Just counters out of that one swing from that Tashigi, I believe. Yes, it is going to be the Tashigi swing. Regardless of what has happened, Joe is on 2 life in regards to the tiebreaker. It's on time right now. Okay, so it seems that the judge has called due to the fact the stream started later. They do get a couple of.
Oh my god!
And it starts to go swing into
the Foxy. Kelvin has not put any pressure onto Joe's life. He's actually going for board. That is the correct play, but I don't know if they have enough time.
I don't think so. Going for an 11k swing into lead. Does take the life. Does get himself another chopper blocker.
We'll have to see what happens here.
And then it just decides to freeze the Foxy as well as the groggy monsters.
0 swings, and then is this just...
He's on a 5k. His leader's on 5k as well with 2 Don up.
Does he just go 15? Is there enough for 15? Does 15 make it?
Is that a slow beat?
Yeah, no, slow beat is way too late.
Way too late.
Does Joe just say, I got to go 15k lead here?
He has to at this point. Mind you, Mihawk is on 5,000 power right now.
Does Mihawk have 2 cards in hand?
Yes, that is correct.
Go for it, Joe!
Just go 15 lead to lead. And it's
GG.
GG.
Joe takes the win. Foxy Pirates, stronger than Mihawk, confirmed here on stream. Congratulations.